Hello, Ma'am Jenny Lynn Mercado. So you are asking me that as education manager, okay, I have to share an experience with regards to identifying the issues and challenges about the curriculum instruction. So honestly, really, it is indeed a challenging one because in the implementations of the curriculum instructions, we are hampered by the community restrictions because of the pandemic, the COVID-19. But then, thankful that we have the top management from the central office down to the regional, to the division office who are helping us and gearing us to how we will be implementing the curriculum. So that's the reason why with in our school, in the Department of Education, we are mandated to implement the most essential learning competencies for our learners, either through online distance learning modalities or through the modular distance modalities. And of course, in our school, we adopted the radio-based instruction through our partnership with the Smile 102.21 FM station, wherein we can add our learning opportunities for the learners and discussed the prescribed lesson per week in that station. So I am hoping that everyone in the school, including you as one of the teachers at Nicholas L. Galvez Memorial Integrated National High School, who is delivering the most essential learning competencies through our weekly home learning plan and with our every other week submissions of output. Hopefully the students are doing their task through your guidance, through the guidance of every teacher in the school. And in terms of the instruction, so we at the administrative level, so including your head teachers, are trying to see how you deliver the curriculum. So through our instructional supervision activities, though we can't do it physically, but we are harvesting the data that you are submitting, that all teachers are submitting in our office, and analyzing what goes on in the implementation, seeing that in every week what is that the students had submitted, the learning task, the percentage of the students as a submission on the learning task. And then with the governance naman, on the other side, as administrator, we designed that every learning areas will be funded through our small amount receiving from the MOOE, or the maintenance and operating expenses. And in that, if you will look at our annual implementation plan and annual procurement plan, you can see there the part where we allotted in the plan, we allotted 30% of our yearly MOOE for the printing of the learning materials. So to ensure that everyone, 100% of our learners will be having the modules or the supplementary materials that is quality assured by the division office up to the central office. So this is to ensure that everyone will continue their education. And if the printed material is not good enough for the learners, then we also have our access through the online, the digital materials that I usually instruct the teachers. You know it already that we usually instruct to present or submit or send the digital material to our learners so that they will have another option aside from the modules or the supplementary materials that they are receiving. And it's a good thing that despite this pandemic, we still have our stakeholders who supported our school. So for the last 2 years, for the last 2 years of the pandemic, we do have through the Brigada Escuela, we received um, partnership, support from our partners. That's the reason why King Nicolas L. Galvez More Integrated National High School is the second best Brigada implementer, because we received much support from our stakeholders Okay, for this school year, we raised almost 2.7 million partnership, and most of it is for our continuity of learning delivery. Kaya ngayon, di ba yung class home natin, yung class home program natin ay nag-commit yung 10 barangays natin that they will be sustaining the learning materials, learning kits for our learners, kasama pa yung setup sa kanilang bahay, our class home project. Tapos, yung ating brigada pagbasa, na meron din tayong consistent stakeholders na nag-commit para patuloy na suportahan yung ating reproduction ng reading materials para sa mga lahat ng ating learners. Tapos, okay, in terms of monitoring, so that's the reason why we do have in our school, we do have the leadership meeting every other week with our head teachers. This is to find out okay what's going on in the respective department. I am harvesting the report about what's going on in the field, and then trying to analyze, and if there are things to be considered, then we suggested in interventions or innovations, and we recommend what to do per department. So I think those are our little steps, and hopefully we are doing great in our field. Really, it's a challenging one because you don't see our learners. We just have our online communication, and we only have our discussions with the parents of the things that their learners will be doing. But at least, though, yes, it's a far, it is still a miles work for us to have the edukalidad, but at least we don't stop. We keep surviving the education. We still persist to deliver to the learners. Okay, the distance learning, actually maganda naman ang distance learning modalities. Yun nga lang, it takes a passion and a commitment for every learners, and of course, the true guidance of the teachers. The passion of the teacher to guide their learners to do the task independently because of these distance learning modalities, but we can still make it not to stop the educational services. Thank you. Hope you get a thing on my talk. Thank you, everyone. God bless.